Today we're going to be talking about the Level 8 Hegent suitcase. It is unique because it has a zipperless design, no zippers, just latches. So yeah, today we're going to be opening this bad boy up and taking a look inside.
Before we get started, I did want to mention that Level 8 did send us this suitcase for review, but they had no input in what we say in this video. All opinions are entirely our own.
Before we literally open it up, let's talk about the exterior a little bit. It is made of polycarbonate shell with an aluminum frame inside. Hi. Hi, bud.
Albus likes the suitcase.
Albus is obsessed with it. He keeps trying to jump on it. So this design makes it lightweight, hi buddy, and impact resistant. When I say lightweight, it is a little heavier than a traditional like cloth roller bag. Ow! You bit me. We're gonna get through this. It's fine. Hi, buddy. It's a little heavier than a traditional like cloth roller bag, but it's not as heavy as you would expect, maybe.
Mm-hmm. And it's also got these cool little metal bumpers on all of the corners. So like if you do beat it around a little bit, it can definitely withstand some beating, which we know all suitcases, even though it is carry-on, it's probably still going to get dropped and bumped around a little bit.
We've all seen our suitcases get thrown at the airport.
Yeah. And then another cool feature is that has both handles, one at the side, one at the top. This doesn't sound all that impressive when I just say there's a handle, but check this out. They actually have, you can hold it like this and then you let go and it just automatically kind of springs back. I don't know why, I just find that really exciting, and the top one does the same thing too. It goes back like that. And then it's got your usual like telescopic kind of like handle that comes up like this. Very sturdy from what we've tested so far. It doesn't get stuck and doesn't feel like it's gonna break. Super strong feeling. I think that's in general how this suitcase feels. It's just very sturdy, and I think you can feel very safe with your stuff in here. Yeah. In terms of the dimensions of this bag, it's just over 21 inches high, 15 inches long, and 9 inches wide. Now let's look at what is probably the coolest feature of this bag, the zipperless design. So as you can see here, there's no zippers all around. It is just two latches. All you do is you just press the button, and voila, the suitcase is open. It is cool that I did want to mention that there are like TSA approved locks here. So you can put a little 3-digit combination on each lock just so it's safe when you're traveling. While it does only have these two latches to keep the whole thing secure, the seal on this bag is actually really sturdy feeling, very strong. Like you can feel this is like I think this is the part of the aluminum stuff here that keeps it really tight and secure, which will stop things like water and dust and dirt getting inside.
On it.
Right, yeah. So definitely, even though there's no zipper, definitely still a tight seal on the bag, which is important. Right?
All right, so that's the exterior. Now we're gonna take a look on the inside. So on this side, there is this divider with a little zipper pocket in it. And then that piece, along with this Y strap, can be used to compress your stuff. So you just like unvelcro it, and then you can pull it tight, and it'll compress your stuff a little bit, giving you more room.
Just smush it all down so you can throw even more stuff in.
Exactly. You've seen what happens on grab packs.
And then on this side, we have another full compartment, but this is also fully zippered shut here so it can contain all your items. This pocket here is actually really cool, and I love this. This is actually a wet pocket. So this is fully sealed, and it's like a plastic sort of material to keep everything that's either, you can put like wet clothes in there maybe, yeah, put all that in there. Or if you're worried about some like toiletries spilling, like, you know, you have a shampoo bottle or something, you could just throw that in there as well, which is really cool. Then there is another pocket above. This is just like a mesh little pocket here, so you can put in little trinkets and just random little things you don't want flying everywhere in the suitcase. And then below that, you can just unzip, and then it has a full other side pocket here. So I also did want to point out that the material in here is super nice and soft. I think it's the same on that side, right? Yeah, like really it's not your usual kind of like cheap feeling plastic. This feels like super soft. It's going to keep your like clothes and stuff.
Very luxurious.
Yeah, it feels premium.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what's in the suitcase, and we went through some of the features. Let's close it up first, and then let's talk about some of the pros and cons of this suitcase. So, all right, pro number one is just the general build quality and exterior of this suitcase. We mentioned this earlier, but things like the metal bumpers, the hard, sort of strong exterior, and even this seal that goes all the way around, it just all feels super high quality alongside the handles, which, you know, I love. And just everything about this suitcase just feels very premium and very high end, and you know it's going to last a while.
Another pro is those little inside touches we really love, like the compression system on one side and that wet pocket on the other. Just like little touches that again add to the premium quality and design of the suitcase.
Mm-hmm. And I think without a doubt the other pro is the zipperless design with these latches. It's just super handy to be able to just pop a couple of tabs and your entire suitcase opens up. Like, so even when you're packing, we always have that feeling, you know, when you're trying to, you know, catch a plane at the end of the vacation, your clothes are everywhere around the hotel room and you got to jam them in back into the suitcase. You no longer have to try and zip, you know.
That has never happened once, right?
Yeah, you no longer have to sort of sit on the suitcase, try and zip, you know, each side, like as you get around. Like you just push it down, lock them in. It's just a big time saver.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's talk about a couple of possible cons to this suitcase.
So I think the first one is because of this hard shell exterior that is super sturdy, damage resistant, it is going to be a little heavier than some more traditional carry-on roller bags. I think if you are someone smaller, not as much upper body strength, or maybe not as able-bodied, if you're going to use this as your carry-on, putting it in the overhead bin and taking it out might be a little more challenging for you. It does clock in at 10 pounds when it's empty. Mm-hmm. So that weight is going to add up real quick.
And then the other cons are mainly just around the latches. They're super high quality and we love them. They were a pro. But I think the downside to them are, one, if they break, which I'm sure they won't, at least for a long time, because they do feel very secure. Mm-hmm. If they do, that your entire bag sort of depends on that. So like if these don't work anymore, your entire bag would just open up, right? So I think that can also be the case for zipper bags too, but sometimes, you know, a zipper might be able to zip.
You can shove it.
You can shove it up or like stitch it together or something, and in an emergency, this would be a little harder to contain. Because
this is a carry-on bag, if you are going through TSA, note there's like no exterior pockets, so anything you might have to take out during those security checks, I would just have an extra bag with you for things like your laptop or toiletries or things like that, because again, there's no exterior pocket. You're going to have to pop the latches, open your entire suitcase to take those things out, and no one wants to be that person in the security line. So maybe if you're using this as your carry-on, just bring an extra bag.
So there you have it. That is our quick review of the Level 8 Hegent suitcase. If you liked today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to see our future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.
Bye.